Yo, what's going on, guys? Bush back at it with another video, and I actually have to give you guys an unfortunate update. Probably an update that does make sense, but I do know a lot of you guys, maybe not a lot of you guys, but I have seen a lot of people on Steam, I don't even want to say abuse this feature, just utilize this feature for what it is, and that is an aspect of the Steam refund policy. Don't worry, it's not going away. I think the Steam refund policy is one of the greatest things ever, and legitimately, given the fact that I don't believe Xbox has a refund policy, and PlayStation certainly doesn't have a refund policy. Actually, PlayStation does have a refund policy, but the literal refund policy is, I believe, you can't even click download on the game, and if you click download on the game, you can't refund it anymore, unless there's extenuating circumstances. You get the idea. With Steam, it's a very simple process of, if you bought the game within 2 weeks, and you played less than 2 hours of the game, if you're below on both of those thresholds, you can get a refund on the game. Now, there are times where if you're spam refunding, like if you're buying everything under the sun and you're refunding those games, eventually Steam will be like, all right, bro, you gotta stop. But yo, you gotta do that a lot. I have a buddy that has literally refunded probably, 20 to 30 games over the course of a calendar year, and he never had any issues with that. You gotta do it like a lot to really get hit with a slowdown on the refunds, and I think it's something that very, very rarely happens. However, one aspect of the refund policy that people were using to their advantage, and hey, fight back on publishers doing crappy things to the consumer. If you guys know, you guys always hear me complain about the fact that a lot of digital deluxe editions and premium editions of games these days tie in a form of quote-unquote early access into the game. It's not early access. Why does a game like Starfield have, 72 or 96 hours of early access for you buying the $100 premium edition? It's a single-player game that's done and ready to go. For me to reiterate this, so those of you that don't understand can understand, although I have a respect for the majority of my viewers and feel like you can understand, if a game has early access tied to it with the premium edition, especially if it's a single-player game, you are not paying for early access. It don't matter what they're promoting it as. What you are paying for is launch day access, and the people that dare to spend $60 or $70, well, they get delayed access. They can promote it however they want. They can word it however they want. That is the reality of this situation. But how some people were using that to their advantage is that if you take advantage of buying, let's say, Starfield Premium Edition, you got it for $100 and you're playing it early, that playtime during the early period, the early launch period, quote-unquote early launch period, wasn't actually counting towards the refund window of 2 hours. So a lot of people, let's say you bought Starfield and you get 96 hours of early access, or it was 72 hours, whatever, and you put 20 hours into the game over the course of those few days. Well, after that 20 hours, you probably got a decent taste of the game, and you may have even completed the game. I mean, Starfield, if you rush through it, isn't super, super lengthy, but you get the idea. After the game officially comes out, you can make the decision, hey, I'm going to ask for a refund right now, and that refund would be granted. It was actually a funny way that people were pushing back on this. I saw that some people did this with Suicide Squad as well, and it would actually let you refund the game. However, now that is being changed. Steam refund policy update. Today we have updated a portion of our refund policy regarding pre-purchase titles. This change covers titles that are in pre-purchase and offer advanced access. Playtime acquired during the advanced access period will now count towards the Steam refund period. You can find more information regarding Steam refunds in the link they post. Now, advanced access is different from early access. Do not get those two things confused. Advanced access is very much the deluxe editions. Advanced access is a feature that allows users that have pre-purchased the game to play prior to the game's official release. For example, a deluxe pre-purchase version may include advanced access. Unlike early access, advanced access is not a unique model of development for a game. It's simply an opportunity to play a game before it fully releases on Steam. How does advanced access work? Participating games will indicate if one or more of their pre-purchase versions of their game will include access to the game prior to its official release. The players who purchase these versions will be able to play prior to release. So yes, they are, kind of hindering the refund policy. Do I think it's the biggest deal in the world? No, this is probably how it should have been in the first place in regards to these advanced access. How it really should be is advanced access isn't something that should exist. It's another one of those things that publishers have caught on to and how they can monetize a game beyond the regular $70 price point. Ubisoft Ubisoft has become absolute bandits in doing that, and they're doing that with a sole single-player game in Star Wars Outlaws. Not only that, they're tying early access narrative-based content. These games that are coming out, a lot of the times, their price point that you see, whether it be $50 to $70 at launch, that is not the real price point of the game, as you guys have been abundantly aware about. With games like Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, if you wanted all the content, get ready to pay $110. Star Wars Outlaws, you want all the content, get ready to pay $110. Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes, really enjoying the game. I'm not going to let a game that I enjoy immensely get away with it. I'll call it out. An $80 deluxe edition that includes narrative-based content and early access for a for a JRPG. Let's hope other JRPGs don't follow in suit, because I do believe this was one of the very first JRPGs that employed the early access gimmick, and you have other publishers getting crafty in other ways. You've got Sega with Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, another game that I really enjoyed, my frontrunner for Game of the Year right now, locking away New Game Plus with the Deluxe Edition. These developers, these publishers, they are getting much more crafty, and a lot of you guys, and I'm not going to say the majority, but some people push back on me and be like, dude, you just like to complain all the time. Dude, you gotta go touch some grass, dude. You just complain. Just enjoy video games, dude. I'm gonna take everything, and I'm gonna take my bank account, and I want to give it to Ubisoft. I want to give it to the publishers because they're worth more than me, dude. You gotta give everything away. No, you gotta call it out when you see it, and I know me calling stuff like that out ultimately isn't going to do much. No, but it's better than me being like, yeah, just take all my money and I love it. I love early access, fake early access, and I love all this stuff. It was actually pretty clever for the people that realized that, the early access gimmick, you could actually use it to your advantage and get a refund, because if you did it for Suicide Squad, you beat that game in 8 to 9 hours. Hey, look at that. You get your $100 back and you just played the game for free, essentially. But unfortunately, that will no longer be the case. At the very least, Steam refunds are still here to stay, and somebody pointed out that Steam refunds originally became a thing because of some pushback in a specific region. Whatever the deal is, whatever reason Steam refunds came to be, it was incredible for the consumer, especially in a day and age where we have so many bad PC ports, so many bad PC versions. Like I've said over and over again, generally speaking, in PC gaming these days, it is far more rare that you get a high-quality PC version like a Horizon Forbidden West. It is much more frequent that you get a Star Wars Jedi Survivor, you get a Last of Us Part 1, you get a Forspoken, you get a Wild Hearts, you get those level of games. It's much more rare that you get a Horizon Forbidden West. So refunds in that aspect, on top of it allowing you to essentially demo a game and see if you like it. Within 90 minutes, you could at least have a gauge on what you think about certain mechanics. I get it that 90 minutes for a game like, a massive JRPG or a Witcher 3, that's not going to tell you much, but if you bought Witcher 3, you're probably not looking to refund that game anyway. But nonetheless, for bigger games, 90 minutes is really just a drop in the bucket. If you buy Starfield, for example, 90 minutes is not a lot, but if you bought Starfield, the premium edition, and you played it early, and you got 20 hours or 30 hours of game time in it, and then you refunded the game, okay, then you're making out like a bandit. But that is being done away with, which is a little bit of a bummer, but what can you do? These things happen, and probably the right route to go. But again, this is just for advanced access, tied to the deluxe editions, tied to the premium editions, the fake advanced access. For regular games, early access, it's always been the same 2-hour window, and there are extenuating circumstances where they'll look at a refund, and for whatever reason, they'll still honor a refund if, like, the servers are dead, the game is just not working. Sometimes Steam will work with you and give you a refund anyway. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.